here we are, Monday the 12th, and I was hesitant. I was really hesitant to come on and even put this video together. And it's because I pride myself on not being the negative guy in the room. I pride myself on trying to stay positive. And I got to be honest with you, I'm really struggling with this one just a little bit. Um, and maybe it's pride. Maybe it's embarrassment on my part. Um, when you're in the space that I'm in, you make a lot of referrals. Like people say, "Hey, what's the best tool for this?" Or "What's the best tool for that?" Or "How should I spend my money on X, Y, and Z?" And you make a lot of decisions, and you give people the best advice that you've got. Um, I'm going to take you back about 5 years ago. So about 5 years ago, here I am in the agency space, and I was looking for a way to host my online videos in a way that was affordable. I'm just going to cut it the way it is. Like there's certain examples where you want to put your stuff on YouTube. You want to optimize YouTube. You want to get the SEO juice off of YouTube. But there's other instances where your videos need to be hosted somewhere that you have control over, and you're not getting recommended video views from other contributors and things like that, especially with e-learning. And so if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that e-learning is our specialty here at Mañana No Mas, and we need a place to host those videos where people aren't going to get lost in the mix, right? And so trying to find an affordable way to do that was one of the challenges we had. Again, I'm going back 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, people offered I want to make sure that this is actually coming up. So I'm going to move this tab over, and then I'm going to go back to where I just was, because I have a sneaky suspicion that it didn't go through. Oh, it did. It did. It worked. Okay, great. And I just want to hit you guys up. I mean, like, share, follow, all that stuff, right? Like, share, follow, participate, put some comments in. I'm going to switch over to live chat here and see if anyone comes into the chat. Could be on YouTube, Facebook, X. This goes out to a lot of things at the same time. But here's the deal of it, right? So we did the research. We did we ended up in AppSumo, and you professional developer types, you can laugh all you want, right? Because sometimes you go down the AppSumo lane and you run into people that aren't stable. You run into people that are, maybe they go out of business, right? And so you sign up for a lifetime deal, and maybe they go out of business. Maybe it fails. Maybe it morphs into something else. I'll give you an example of a lifetime deal that ended on me, but changed. So let me be really clear about something. I signed up for HeroPost. HeroPost is a social media management platform, and I signed up for the lifetime deal. Boom, right? Lifetime deal. Bam. Um, After 2, 3 years, maybe, and it wasn't great. It really was not great. Okay, but I paid for it, and it did function. And so for our personal use, not for client use, but for our personal use, we said, okay, well, let's just go ahead and keep using it. I mean, we paid for it. Let's use it. And so we were using that. And then all of a sudden we got the, hey, Hero Post, 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever it was. Hero Post is going away. The version of HeroPost that you're on is going away. It's no longer going to be supported. It's ending its cycle of life, and we're going to launch a new platform. And these are the added benefits, right? So it's going to do this. It's going to do that. It's managing multiple workspaces, and it's going to do all these things. However, you have to subscribe to it, and it's like $119 for 6 months or something like that. So begrudgingly, we signed up for that new platform, and to this day, I still use HeroPost. Okay, it was a renewed program. It was new. It was different. Okay, so what I'm about to describe to you is not that use case. In fact, there was something called Prime Meet. I don't know if you all remember that one. Prime Meet was one of these video webinar services, and it was a lifetime deal. And I signed up for the lifetime deal, and it became apparent. I mean, as soon as I got in and started using it, I'm like, this is not ready for prime time. These people aren't going to make it. This product sucks. Um, and yes, that happens, right? Sometimes you make a bad decision, but it's not one of those where, hey, I made a bad decision, but I shared it with everybody, right? It's like, I made a bad decision. I'm going to eat it, right? Because I know that it's evident it's not going to make it. It's evident that the lure of a lifetime deal isn't going to lead to a return because there's not going to be a lifetime here. Okay. So I want to fast forward you to a product called Adillo. Adillo is Adilo. And I've been with Adillo for years, and it was a lifetime deal for video hosting. And it gave you a pretty straightforward dashboard to load up projects, and in those projects, load up videos. And then you could take those videos and you could embed them to your websites. Um, One of the tools that I really, really liked that they had was it had a browser recorder. So at any point in time, I could click on the Chrome extension, it would open up an Adillo video recorder, and I could record screen shares. Now, this became an integral part of the workflow for the Manana No Mas team, because whenever we had a customer that had a question about a website, we would be on their website and click, boom, screen capture. And we'd say, capture just the screen, capture just the camera, capture the screen and the camera. And we could make instantaneous tutorials for our clients. And literally within like a click after the video was done, we could click, we could change the title if we wanted and save it, right? So tutorial for Linda, tutorial for Emma Sue, whatever. So we could change the title, and then, we could say edit, and then it would say publish. And then when it would wait like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, whatever. And then it would give us a download link. And so you would copy the link and you would just email that link or text that link or whatever to your client. And that was an unbelievably great tool for us, right? So this is in Adillo. I'd been with Adillo for years. They did come out with a project called Beam. Beam was where you could make interactive videos that had choose your own path. So you would have a video, and then in the video, there would be options like buttons pop up, and it would say, see this or see that. And the user could pick, I want to go this way. And then it would play a different video with like video splits. It would take multiple videos and put it into a single video experience. Now, I'm going to tell you, I paid for that too. That was a lifetime add on. I paid for that and I never got it to work right. Never got it to work right. It was, I can't remember if it was $199 or $299, but I paid for it and it never did work right. What did work right was hosting the dang videos and using that browser recorder I was telling you about. Okay, so I paid for two different lifetime projects with this company. One of them sucks. One of them is good. And not only that, I referred this product to a lot of people. I run the live calls for Lifter LMS, and anyone that's attended the live calls got to hear me say that, you could host your videos really affordably on the Adillo platform. It was really good. They had a monthly subscription rate, but every now and then, and I didn't know if it was full-time or not full-time, but every now and then you would be able to hit up the lifetime deal, if they were still offering the lifetime deal. I didn't know if they were still offering it, not offering it, whatever. As of last year, they were still taking money on the lifetime deal because I referred a client directly to them and my client got the lifetime deal on them. All right. So and I want to be super clear about this. The reason I am describing this the way that I am is because this becomes a big deal. When you select a video host and then you host those videos embedded in multiple websites for customers, for clients, for e-learning courses, for things, they are all connected to that video host. So even if you were to change video hosts, now the issue comes, you have to go to all of those embeddings, all of those embeddings manually. You have to go find them. Where did I put that video, right? So you have to go find those videos, and then you have to update the embed code to go with whatever the new host is. So this is a big deal. You don't want to change video hosts, okay? So let me tell you what I got 2 days ago. And this to me is, and like I said, I really hesitated to go this route, but I'm gonna share this. Why? Because when it was good, I shared it all the time. And that's where I'm coming from with this. I referred this out to a ton of people as a product. And now this is where we're at in the product journey. I got, hi, Kurt Von Anen. For years, and that's no lie, I've been with these people for like 5 years, Adillo has delivered premium video hosting and streaming at an unmatched value. That is correct. Thousands of businesses like yours have relied on us to keep videos running smoothly. Also correct. But the truth is, The ongoing costs of bandwidth and storage have become unsustainable. If we continued this way, it would eventually jeopardize the survival of Adillo itself, and shutting down the platform entirely is not an option. We're committed to supporting you and every business that relies on us. Okay, I work directly for other companies that offer lifetime deals. The lifetime deals are offered selectively. They're offered for Black Friday. They're offered for New Year's. They're offered for anniversary dates of something. They're not offered year round or for 5 years or for 4 years or for whatever. And it doesn't say, hey, you can sign up for, you know, $30 a month for the rest of your life or do a lifetime deal for $79. Uh, and then you offer that forever. Like you would never do that. If you take a look at reputable plugin companies that do the lifetime deals on AppSumo and other similar environments, sometimes you'll go to that product page and it'll say sold out, right? Because there's only a limited number of lifetime deals able to go. If you exceed, as a company, if you exceed the volume of what is logical for lifetime deals, you put yourself in a financial trepidation area, right? Meaning, oh my gosh, we did a cash grab, we took all this money up front, but now we don't have enough budget to support and keep this thing going, right? You need to have subscription money, you need to have recurring income to pay for things that keep going. That's why these lifetime deals on like these AI plans is really sketchy, because the cost of AI isn't going down. I mean, if anything, it's expanding with new models and all these new channels, and everybody wants access to all the new models and all the new channels. So if you sell everybody lifetime AI access on multiple channels and it's not a recurring revenue scheme, you don't have any money for the maintenance. Okay. So I don't have any idea what the inside of Adillo looks like. By the way, right? I'm just a guy that used it, that recommended it to literally hundreds, if not thousands of people. And if they overextended themselves and sold too many lifetime deals, that's really not my problem. My problem is I use them extensively on my projects, and now I have to make a decision. So here's what you get. It says that's why we're transitioning all accounts to subscription plans. Hold on. Wait a minute. Rewind. I paid for lifetime access. I paid for lifetime access. The platform isn't going down. The platform isn't being renewed. The platform isn't being reconfigured with a better offer. It's not coming out with better services. In fact, the Beam thing that I bought still doesn't work, right? And so what's happening? They're just transitioning all existing accounts, whether you were promised lifetime access or not, they're transitioning all accounts to subscription plans. I'm going to be honest with you, I was still hopeful at this point. This ensures Adillo remains stable, reliable, and capable of powering your business for years to come. You need to log into your account now, go to the subscription settings, and select a new plan to keep your account active. So they're not messing around. You either pick a subscription or your account gets deleted. So now I'm thinking about all those browser recordings that I don't have the root recording for. So like if I make a recording for one of my e-learning projects, I have the original file. I have the original file because I uploaded it to their platform. But if I used their platform to generate content, which I would have done for different tutorials and things like that, that content was generated on their platform and stored on their platform, meaning I don't have the original video. Okay. So I want to be like super clear about this. I was using the platform exactly the way it was designed and being as efficient and optimized as possible. But now it's coming back to bite me because they're not going to honor their lifetime deal. So it says you need to log into your account now, go to the subscription settings, and select a new plan to keep your account active. And then there's a button and it says see subscription options. I'm going to take you there in just a moment. Okay. It says, thank you for being a part of Adillo. I mean, they're already saying goodbye, right? This transition is necessary to secure the future of the platform for you and every user. If you have questions or need a custom plan that fits your needs better, please email us at hello@adillo.com. Now, I'm going to go over to we're in the presentation screen, and I am going to go to, I want to, where in Hades is it? There it is. It's down at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go to a screen share, and I'm going to take you to my account page. Okay. So I'm going to say this page. This is where I want to be. Yeah. So you're seeing this, right? This is just Adillo.com. Okay. This is the main website for Adillo.com. And it's going to say, a better, faster video hosting for business creators, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This came to me again 4 or 5 years ago through this page. This page has now been commandeered by ClickFunnels, which I find really bizarre. But if you look behind the ClickFunnels banner, this is the page that still exists at visitadillo.com/lifetime deal. Okay. And so if you read through this, this is exactly why I bought this. Why join Adillo? We're a leader in video hosting. Get Adillo for a one-time price. Get Adillo lifetime video hosting now. Pay once and host your unlimited videos. This exclusive lifetime deal ends in 8 hours, 56 minutes, and 54 seconds. These are the companies that use it, right? Host videos for anything. Hosting your videos is easy as 1, 2, 3. Upload a video, customize a video, publish a video, say goodbye to costly video marketing tools that are eating your budget, right? Video platforms that steal your traffic and sales. And that talks about YouTube, and it talks about a couple of other things. Forget about the platforms that steal your traffic or charge you huge monthly fees, right? So forget about Wistia, Vimeo, Vidyard, Flow Player, Amazon S3. Forget about all those, and just use Adillo lifetime deal. I got to keep stressing this. This is what I was sold, and this is the page that I bought it from. All right. Switch to Adillo Video Cloud. Enjoy unlimited lifetime video hosting. Enjoy unlimited lifetime video hosting. Here's why businesses are switching to Adillo. Well, we don't have to know why. We know why, right? Lifetime video hosting deal. Pay once and host all your videos for life. Never spend a penny on video marketing again. Get 300 gigabyte bandwidth monthly, free, for life. Get 300 gigabyte storage for your videos and audios. Accepts all popular video formats. High-speed video streaming with preload technology. Powerful 4K and HD video player. Adillo video player is so classy yet super flexible and powerful. Okay, goes through this whole thing. I did searches and everything when I bought this. Is this a scam? How old is this company? I did all that before I signed up. I wanted to make sure I wasn't signing up for something that didn't make any sense. And so I did all this, right? Your contact dashboard. How does the dashboard work? Create beautiful playlists in one click. Make your videos more interactive and engaging, right? All these things. It has channels in it. It has all kinds of things, rich insights, real-time video analytics, secure and protect your premium videos, host all your videos for any purpose. We can close that notification. Again, more things, right? Where can you use it? Who's it for? Gives you a whole list of that. Ready to get started. And then this is your lifetime deal. And see why Adillo is the preferred choice for marketers in business. Goes all the way down. This is one of these really, really long things. How much does it cost? $97. I'm pretty sure I paid $79. Maybe I paid $97. That's not my fault. They offered the product, and this is what I put. Instead of paying, right? It says here, instead of paying the regular $99 a month, if you order today from this special page, you can get Adillo for the low price of just $97. So as a marketing tool, they're selling this for $99 a month. So the assumption is, and this is a big assumption, and this is where I want to, let me, where am I at? Stop the screen share. All right. This is where I want to go back to. When a company legitimately sells lifetime deals, they do it in a limited way. So they have their normal subscription price, and people sign up for that normal subscription price. And then maybe it's Black Friday. And that's when you see things that say this special page, right? At this point, you're probably asking yourself, how much does a Dillo cost? And with all the blah, 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 right? And it says instead of paying the regular $99 a month, so let's say everyone else is paying $99 a month, but for Black Friday, they're going to do a cash grab and they're going to let 100 people buy it for $97 for lifetime, or they're going to let 200 people buy it for $97 for lifetime. Now, based on the email that I read you, it leads you to believe that everybody, and I mean everybody, signed up and paid $97, and nobody signed up for the subscription at $99 a month. That is a business flaw. That is not a consumer issue. That is a supplier issue. So I really, really, really want to be super, super direct about that. So that leaves us scrambling for what the options are. If we are looking at a Dillo and we are saying to ourselves, hey, let's stick with it. Okay. I'm going to sign in on this other screen here. And I just want to, let me make sure that I sign in and don't show you my password and all that stuff. All right. Let's get signed in. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to do another screen share. And we're going to go dashboard, Dillo, and here you go. So here's the dashboard. And now it says, switch your subscription before the deadline. Your account will be restricted February 9th, 2026. And I got 28 days, 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 13 seconds. Update your subscription. That's not great customer service. just going to be honest with you. That's not great customer service. Here you can see you can add media, you can record directly from your screen, you can do video requests. I've got 444 gigabytes used of unlimited, right? So let's be super clear here. 444 gigabytes of unlimited space used, right? 4 gigabytes of bandwidth are used, okay, of 15 terabytes. So I didn't abuse the system. So I want to be super clear. I'm not a customer that like abused anything. We're all going to get transferred to subscriptions. And it tells you, right? I've got 33 projects. I've got 545 videos in this account. I've got over 1,000 views. And remember, a lot of my projects are tutorials that I made for a client. The video's made so that someone sees it once, or maybe they see it once and then they share it with 2 or 3 of their coworkers. That was the purpose of this tool for me. It wasn't, it wasn't like I was trying to make viral content and then distribute that viral content through my own channels. I'll use YouTube for viral content, but stuff that I wanted to put into e-learning websites or that were restricted for just customers to see as a personal tutorial. That's what I used most of this tool for. So you're not going to see a lot of high usage, right? Out of 5 years of using it, I've got 545 videos and I've only got 1,000 views, which is, roughly I've got almost 2 views per video, which again, for my use case, the way I described it to you makes total sense. Okay. So here we go. Here's like the recent media, right? So these are the things like, so I'm reading Proverbs and this is Sarah. I did a site review for her. So that was a very personal video for her. So these Proverbs videos are for courses. And this review here is like a client video. So that just gives you an idea of what's most recent. I have a list of all my projects, and this will open up and show you different projects that I've been working with over the years. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty of it. Okay, you don't need to know about channels or contacts or analytics or any of that stuff because that's not what this video is about. I'm not teaching you how to use something that I'm going to, really encourage everyone to abandon. Here's where I wanted to go. Remember when I read the email, I said, this is a part where I'm thinking I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful. I was waiting for, hey, you had a lifetime deal. So because of the lifetime deal, we're going to give you 80% off on the subscription. Or, because remember, it was $99 a month for everybody before. Do you remember that verbiage? It was $99 a month, right? Well, let's take a look at what our possibilities are. Switch to a subscription plan, keep your Dillo account. Boom. So action required, Dillo's changing, and then it goes through here and it re-explains everything I just told you in the email. Now here we go. We've got $12 a month, and that's going to give me 200 gigabytes. Well, I got a problem with that because I'm already at 440 gigabytes. So then you instantly would say to me, "Well, Kurt, you made a bunch of videos that are meant to be seen like once or twice. Like just go ahead and delete them all." Well, why do I want to delete them all? What if I get a new client and I go, "Oh, I made that client for Linda. I made that video for Linda. I should reshare that video with Emma Sue." Right? That's what having a bank of content is about to me. It's not about, constantly trying to mitigate. It's not like this is my iPhone and I'm trying to clear up the memory on my iPhone, right? This was for business. It was a lifetime account, unlimited uploads, and I wasn't abusing bandwidth in any way, shape, or form. So if we take a look at this, it's going to be $12 a month, $144. Well, no, if we say a year, goes to $9 a month. So let's be fair. They've got monthly and yearly billing available, but let's go to monthly. I got one user, 200 gigabytes, bandwidth, 200 gigabytes, right? Media limit, unlimited, ad free player, blah, 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 blah. Okay. $35 a month. Well, that's going to put me where I need to be, right? Because I'm already at 440 gigabytes of content. So I would have to be in the plus category. So now I'm at $35 a month or $27 a month if I want to do it yearly. So I'm at over $300 a month, right? 27 times 12 or $35 a month if I go monthly, right? And figure that out. That's 3,600. That's $420 a month. I mean, $420 a year. Or business for 5 terabytes of content. Like if I wanted to start hosting my clients' website videos and I had to go to the bigger package, it'd be $1,200 for the year. All right. So I just want to be super clear. It's not like this is a great deal. And here's why it's not a great deal. I'm going to go directly to why it's not a great deal. Have you ever heard of bunny.net? And let's go share this tab instead. In fact, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in bunny.net. And we'll share this tab instead. All right. So a better way to deliver online video, blah, 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 blah. Newsflash, for clients that didn't want to be on Adillo, bunny.net was actually what I was recommending to people as clients. And I do this through other providers. At WP Tonic, for example, we would recommend people would go through bunny.net. And so I've done the research. I've also gone through an AI conversation just to make sure that I was on the right path. Here's my issue. If you remember what I was talking about, I said Adillo had this really cool screen recording feature. I could record things really quickly with Adillo and share it with people. I'm on a paid Descript plan as well because I make content in Descript for my e-learning packages. So it turns out Descript can do the screen share videos, and I can edit those screen share videos directly in Descript, and I can upload those from Descript into my bunny.net account if I wanted to save them. So when you take a look at bunny.net, a better way to deliver video, blah, 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 it does all these things. Now you can do more than just stream videos with bunny.net. It also does things like DNS management and things like that for websites. So it does more than just video, but for this live, I'm focusing on just the video. Okay. Simplified pricing. This is where the magic happens. A lot of people get lost here. A lot of people get really lost. Storage from a penny a gigabyte. A penny a gigabyte. So I had 444 gigs of video. $35 on Adillo, $4.40 on Bunny. I want to say that again. $35 on Adillo, $4.40 on bunny.net. Now, CDN, delivering things, is half a penny for gigabyte. But if you remember, my stats aren't that high for content delivery. So I'm going to be looking at $5.50, $6 a month for video hosting on bunny.net as opposed to $35 a month on Adillo. Folks, I can't stress this enough. When it comes to looking at these tools, we need to be really vigilant. Vigilant's a good word. You need to use your gift of discernment. You need to do the research. You need to take a look at things. If they had handled this different at Adillo, I probably would not be making this video. I probably would have signed, like if they were to come out and say, hey, we're going to need at least some kind of a maintenance fee from you, maybe $11 a month, maybe $8 a month. It still would have been more than bunny.net. But if they would have come at it from that perspective, I think that would be more realistic. Or maybe if they said, hey, we horribly failed. Like maybe they should start out their correspondence with, we horribly failed. We made a bad judgment call and we sold too many lifetime deals and we didn't take enough subscription plans in, and we're going to have to close it down, right? Or how about this? Remember I said I paid for that Beam thing that never worked? Well, I didn't get my money back either, right? And now I'm going to leave Adillo and I'm not going to get to use Adillo anymore. And I'm not going to use the Beam thing that I paid for that never did work. So I'm totally losing on this whole thing here. It's not like I can host the videos on bunny.net and use the Beam tool to pick a pathway, right? The level of frustration I have with this as far as like a poor management situation and a poor correspondence situation and a really poor customer interface thing is the frustrations appear. Now, remember I said I run an e-learning company. This means that the videos that I'm going to take from Adillo and put into Bunny, I need to take those videos, put them into bunny.net, and then I have to go to each and every website that runs these courses. For instance, I have a Jot It Down course. It's about journaling. That Jot It Down course is off the top of my head, it's in 4 different websites. Those videos are all embedded from Adillo, which means I need to go into those 4 websites. I need to edit the lessons of each of those courses to reflect the new hosting in Bunny, right? Either that or pay 9 times as much to host that content with Adillo on something that I've already paid for. You got to see, folks, I am not looking for a way to give more revenue to someone that hasn't treated me well from the get-go. And I shouldn't say it like that. That doesn't sound right. The service with the video hosting, it worked for the last few years. Hosting with them, sometimes the encoding, sometimes the transcoding, whatever they call that when you upload the video and it says the video is processing, there were multiple times where it took way too long for that video to process. All right, so something was up. Something was up with a lack of memory, a lack of server strength, a lack of resources. But again, not my problem. I didn't sell the lifetime deals to too many people and then run out of funding or mishandle my finances. So here's where I apologize. If you consulted with me, if you watched one of my live streams with another provider, and you took my advice and said, man, I'm going to hook up on this Adillo deal, and now you're in the position that I'm in, and you have to figure out how you're going to, A, switch your videos over to another provider, and then B, do the manual work of updating every link and embed code for every video you have placed on the internet, I apologize. Please know that I had no way to know that this was coming. With a lifetime deal, we always have suspicions that something's up, that it's a money grab, and that something's going to be mishandled and something's going to go wrong. But I also work with very reputable plugin providers in the WordPress space that also offer lifetime deals. But they offer the lifetime deals in limited numbers in relation to how many subscriptions they have. So they concentrate on the recurring revenue, and then they only offer the lifetime to a certain number of people. It can be sold out. So the idea that it wasn't sold out for years and they just kept grabbing the revenue until they spent it all and then couldn't maintain the platform. That to me is not cool. And not only me, but my clients and everyone else that listened to me over the last 4.5, 5 years using this platform and bragging about it, all of those people are going to have to suffer through either paying retail plus for video hosting. And as far as I'm concerned, this is retail plus. It's not like, again, it's not a new platform. It's not freshly resourced. There's nothing in the documentation that they've sent that says, "Hey, great news! We're updating the whole stinking thing, and it's going to have a new interface and a new user experience and a new name, and we're moving to this platform." There's none of that. It's, we need more money, so we're going to charge you more money, or we're going to turn your account off, folks. That's a hard one to stomach, a really hard one to stomach. So if you listened to me in the past and you spent the money and you're over there, I'm just going to plead with you. Save yourself the heartache, jump off of that, run over to bunny.net, put your videos in bunny.net. If you need help setting up a Bunny Stream account, hit me up. Maybe we do a screen share. Maybe we do a live and put 10 or 12 of you together in a live call. I have no idea how many people listened to me and did that. So if we need to, I'll do a live mastermind for free, and I'll jump on with 6, 8, 10 people, and whether you're my client or not, and we'll run you through, hey, this is how you set up a Bunny account. This is how you move your videos over, and this is where you get your embed codes so that you can fix them wherever you have those embed codes placed on the internet. I think that's that. Folks, have yourself a wonderful day. There are so many great things out there to talk about, to focus on, to do. I hate to be the one that's negative, like with this kind of messaging, but there's the other side of the coin, right? I'm a believer. God's got me. Business is coming. It's a new year. There's new opportunities. There's so many things to be happy and thankful for that we can't allow something like this to really hold us down. I've got 28 days to fix this problem for my agency. That's the way I'm looking at it. I got 28 days to fix this problem for my agency. I'm getting a head start on it. I established my bunny.net account today. We're going to start moving videos over tomorrow. And then once we get the videos built and all built in this account the way that we want them, then we're going to start going through our assets online one by one and updating those embed codes and making sure that everything works. There's a process. And instead of being negative about it, let's find the positive way out. Let's find the opportunity within the obstacle. The opportunity within this obstacle is bunny.net is more reliable in transcoding, encoding, and processing these videos. And its streaming service in the website, it plays much more quickly, right? So it delivers the content more quickly than Adillo did. I used Adillo because it was a lifetime deal. I paid for it and I used it. Okay. That's over. So now we have the opportunity to actually provide our end users a better video experience in the Bunny Stream environment and save money while doing it. So opportunities within the obstacle, but that obstacle's still there. There's still a lot of work to do. Folks, I hope you have a great day, and I will probably see you tomorrow. I'm sad that there's no comments yet, but if you see this, if you have any comments on the situation, put them in. If you've got different recommendations, put them in. And if we haven't connected yet on X, Facebook, YouTube, or on Rumble, let's make the connection. Let's make it official. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.